So there are lots of moments when you are feeling negative emotion, and that's not a bad thing. In fact, it's a good thing, because in those negative emotion moments, what are you doing? You're launching more rockets. So your step one moments often are negative emotion moments. They don't have to be, but always when you know what you don't want, you're launching rockets about what you do want. So you're launching these rockets, and the source within you is the culmination of that. And now, because source knows everything that you've been asking for, you don't. You remember bits and pieces, but you've been incrementally honing the contents of your vortex of creation for so long, you cannot even begin to describe the depth and breadth and perfection of that which you have become. But you can feel your relationship with it in every moment of every day. So here's this vortex, and it's vibrating, and it's vivid, and it's real, and it is ready to manifest into your experience anytime you're ready for it. But it's your readiness that is what step 3 is about. The art of allowing is about your vibrational readiness. You can talk about law of attraction all day long, and unless you know what to do with your vibrational presentation, then law of attraction is just going to keep feeding back to you in amplified version what you've got going on vibrationally. But if you want to be a deliberate creator, you must understand the art of allowing part of the process. You got to understand who you really are. You got to feel your way to it, you see. So that's what we're all about here. We want to assist you in recognizing where you are in any moment in vibrational relationship to all that you are. And it's interesting, because the more you live this life, and the more this life causes you to expand, then the more important it is for you to keep up to speed with that expansion. There are many people who think, all right, Abraham, I can accept that there's stuff in the vortex, and I'm looking forward to it showing up where I can experience it more fully. And when it does, I'll feel really good. And we say, the trick, the key, the art is to feel really good before the manifestation. And that's what we call getting out ahead of the manifestation. It's the vibrational anticipation. It's the believing it before you see it. It's the feeling anticipation about it, like you did when you were little. Don't you remember? Don't you remember? When you got here, you were so not ready for everything that was coming. You didn't have teeth. Clumsy beyond clumsy. Could hardly even move. If someone else didn't do something for you, you were in trouble. And then as you began to move around, you were clumsy at best. In other words, you were in the state of evolution, and you were not unhappy in the not able to be. Now some of you would say, yeah, but I didn't know that then. We say, yes, you did. You were source energy in that physical body, in that little physical body, and you knew what was to come. And in the same way that the source within you knew that you would walk, knew that you would feed yourself, knew that you would begin to realize your beingness, that source within you knows all that you have yet to realize that's in your vortex. And we stand in anticipation of your discovery of it. But there is a word that we want to introduce into the conversation today, because we want you to realize, since you are vibrational beings, that what you call manifestation, what you call the real life stuff actualizing around you, is nothing more than you're tuning your frequency into such a state that you are then able to realize the vibrational nature of it. You're so good at translating vibration, you don't know you're doing it. What you see with your eyes is a translation of vibration. What you smell is a translation of vibration. Here, your fingers, everything about you, all of your physical senses, you're translating vibration into reality. So if you've been listening to us for a while, you've been following our path of guiding you into an awareness that yes, you are physical creatures, beautiful physical creatures. And yes, you are the creator of your own reality. No one else is. But today we want you to leave here with no question within you about exactly how it is you do create your own reality. We want to awaken within you your never-ending awareness from this point forward that you are first and foremost vibrational beings, and that that's what matters more than everything else. And if you stand in any moment in time in the absence of something wanted, we want you to stand back from the discord that you may be feeling in the absence of this whatever it is that you want, as you realize that if this time-space reality has the wherewithal to awaken within you a desire, this time-space reality has the wherewithal to deliver it to you. But it is your work, because the delivery is your vibrational realization. Sometimes people say, well, Abraham, this happened to me and this happened to me. It feels like this happened to me. And we want to explain to you why that is. Because you have this vibrational offering. It's emanating in every waking moment. And as it is emanating from you, law of attraction is reading it and responding to it and giving back proportionate, precisely to the vibration that you're offering. So when you think of something, when you observe something, when you imagine it, when you remember it, when you focus upon it, you offer a vibration, and that vibration is then matched by law of attraction. We would like you to think about that vibration that you are offering as your grid. And by your grid, we mean it's like the framework of the house before the walls are put in, even before the roof comes on, before the electric wires are strung, and before the plumbing is put in. There is that skeleton of the house that is the grid. It's the framework of what will come next. And without realizing it, you stand all day, every day in a point of attraction, offering a grid. And you practice that grid into beingness. You started it when you were really little, but it's not what you were thinking when you were little that equals your grid right now. It's what you're thinking right now. It's what you're offering vibrationally right now. Now, what you're offering vibrationally right now has a lot to do with what you were offering yesterday and the day before and the day before and the day before and the day before, but it does not have to. And for most people, what you're offering vibrationally, or what your grid really is mostly based upon what you have been observing. So the television programs you watch are part of that grid. The people that you talk to are part of the reason that your grid is as it is. The memories that you keep regurgitating are part of the reason for the grid that you offer. And you have to realize that you're offering a grid, you're offering a vibration which equals your grid on lots of different subjects, and you feel different ways about different things. We know that. But just the same, you have a vibrational stance that you are emanating, and things that are coming to you are a vibrational match to that. So, you've been experiencing the contrast and knowing what you don't want and knowing what you do want, and you've created this vortex, and the source within you is there gathering all cooperative components. So everything you want, right down to the last detail, has already been vibrationally identified and realized by the source within you. And now source is offering every clue, every inspiration possible in order to lead you step by step by joyous step, surprising step sometimes by surprising step, into the awareness of these things. And the source is wanting you to realize the perfection that you have created, and wanting you to have a steady stream of the manifestation of it flowing into your experience. So the question that this workshop wants to ask of you and answer with you is, what are you doing with your grid? What are you doing relative to allowing? What are you doing vibrationally? What's your point of attraction? What drum are you beating? What have you got active in your vibration right now? Because what you've got active in your vibration right now has everything to do with how much of what's in your vortex is being realized by you. So the way we like to explain it is that the vortex is spinning in this very high pure place because it has gathered all of the things that you want, and the source within you has been maintaining the frequency of those desires, and cooperative components have been assembled. It's all there for you. But where are you in relationship to it? Ornery, disappointed, depressed, happy? Are you in vibrational alignment with your grid? Because when you're spinning at the same frequency of that which you have put into your grid and the source is maintained, then in that frequency, it's like tuning your radio station. What's in the vortex flows seamlessly into your grid, into what you call manifestation. How does it reveal itself as manifestation? It comes as an impulse. It comes as an inspiration. It comes as a flash of vitality. It comes as a flash of knowing. It comes as good timing. It comes as flexibility, dexterity. It comes as clarity. It comes as feeling good. Your heart is singing. Quite often you're there when you're at your sporting events. Quite often you're there when you're running on the beach. Quite often you are there. In fact, you are often there. Hear this. When you're not doing that thing you do that keeps you from being there. It's natural that you be there. It's like the cork bobs on the surface of the water. That's up there where the vortex is spinning. That's up there where you want your grid to be. Or you can take that cork and hold it under the water. You can. You can focus upon the injustice of the world or the inconsideration of others. You can focus upon the wrongdoing that's been making its way into your experience. You can focus upon the things you don't want. You can hold that cork under the water. But in the moment you distract yourself from that vibration that is holding you down, your cork will bob right back to the surface, you see. It's a wonderful thing, that slumber that you have, because when you sleep, you stop the madness. And when you awaken, you have momentarily a clean slate right there in vibrational alignment with what's in your vortex, if you will allow it to flow to you. We think you heard that clearly.